Welcome back to Moth Plays Dark Cloud 2. Now that we've completed the Sindane diorama and restored the future and all that good stuff, there's only one thing left to do, and that's deal with the rainbow butterfly. So, let's plant this seed. Now that's one heck of a seed. And now use the sun drop. That's why they call it a sun drop, I guess. Now that is some growth right there. Like a beanstalk. Must be a giant up there.
Is this a flower? It's huge!
It's a Lafretia.
Okay, now we need to get a picture of the Lafretia. And we're going to need that to recruit a character later. Now this thing is a rope of snot.
Are you gonna touch it? Ew, don't do that.
It's fine,
Don't touch
I'm sure.
the rope of snot. Whoa!
These petals are huge. Actually, they're kind of gross.
You wouldn't think a badass like Monica would get grossed out by a giant flower.
Look!
This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite boss battle themes ever. I love this theme. But there it is, the rainbow butterfly.
That's the rainbow butterfly.
It's coming!
Now, like most boss battles, again, in the Dark Cloud series, there's a trick to this one.
Out of the blue? What'd we ever do?
We can't fight the butterfly directly like that. So, we have to, there's a trick here. Also, I have to take a picture of the butterfly, but I can't do it until after I screw up the sequence once. So, for now, we're going to, you see these, yellow things here? We have to knock all these up. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. Good thing the attacks are noisy. Okay. Once it starts spitting out pollen, the butterfly goes into it, and then it separates into 7 smaller butterflies. Now notice that each butterfly has a different color of the rainbow. That's important. But for right now, we need to get it back into one piece so we can take a picture. So, we're gonna mess things up a little bit. Man, this shit hits hard. Okay. Now that we've got the scoop we need. Okay. Now we're gonna fight this thing for real. I'll watch them settle down. Okay. You have to walk up to it real quiet. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting butterflies. Oh crap. You have to time it just right. Like that. And you're almost guaranteed to take a hit when you do that. So... okay. Slowly and... no more evil doing for you, little Akuma. Time to de-evilize! Gotcha! Bye-bye, little butterfly. Miraculous ladybug! Found it! Well now, isn't that interesting?
So you're the ones that stopped me. Thank you. Are you the one that they call Holly? That's right. Holly is the name I went by as a human living among the little folk. So that means your real form is the rainbow butterfly? Why did you appear to the Firbits in human form?
Well, you see, I wanted to thank them.
Thank them for what?
Originally, I too was a tiny butterfly. Once, when I still wasn't used to flying through the forest, I got caught in a huge spider web. I couldn't get out of the web no matter how much I struggled, so I just took a deep breath and resigned myself to my fate. Just at that moment, some Firbit folks came by and released me from the web. I was free. I flapped my wings with all my might and returned to the sky. They were waving as I flew off. They had saved my life, you see. My 7 saviors. The years passed. I grew and matured as a rainbow butterfly. As a monster, too, I found myself with plenty of magic powers. I used my powers of transformation to assume human form and approach them. I had wanted to give them something
I can't
as a
help but
sign of
wonder
my gratitude.
if in the original Japanese, instead of monster, she was called a yokai. Because that whole story really sounds more like a yokai than a monster. And
But while I was living among them, I realized that the time I spent with them was more precious than anything. Before I knew it, I found myself wanting to spend the rest of my life as a human.
Holly's story really is kind of touching, though, you know?
Then
I mean,
why'd
it's
you
kind of
disappear?
beautiful.
The Firbits really miss you.
Oh, that.
It's such a beautiful story.
There was sort of, an accident. A great, dark force from somewhere began to affect me. I was a monster, after all. And so this force awakened the powers of my original self buried deep within. I came to realize that I could never suppress the dark stirrings in my heart. There was nothing I could do but quietly leave their company.
And join the circus!
I've been hiding out in these woods, doing all I can to gain control of myself again.
She's a victim of the dance.
But the dark force got the best of me, and I was just a mindless monster when I attacked you.
So that's what happened, huh?
I can't go back to my old friends anymore. Would you please give them this letter?
Okay, I'll be sure to give it to them.
Perhaps the dark force that controlled me is
That was
what
oddly
we'll be fighting from
specific.
here on.
Teal envelope.
It's an incredibly fearsome power. You must not lose against it. Please, win back our world. Well, I should be on my way. Goodbye.
Let's try to get to Jurak.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to, maybe we should talk to the Firbits first. No, we should go talk to Jurak first. And then we'll talk to the Firbits. That's slow talking.
Remembered. I remember about Griffin.
You do? Tell us about him.
Griffin does not exist in our time. He shows up just just a little in the memories of our distant ancestors. Seems he likes flowers.
Huh? Flowers?
Evil
That's
flowers.
what I remember
Maybe.
anyway. I don't quite know the details. But Griffin was around in ancient times. He is sending some strong otherworldly powers into the present. He's controlling a lot of things.
So Griffin is controlling the monsters in this era from ancient times. Which means his world is that of the distant past.
That's right. So Jurak, how far back in the past is Griffin?
Anyone else getting some strong Chrono Trigger vibes here?
I'm not really sure.
Well,
You
that was
might
a
want
butt.
to ask Crest for the details.
Crest?
Crest, the great sage, the greatest and wisest sage of all in my era. With the moon crystal, he can use vast astrological powers. He can see everything that happens in the world.
Well, let's go and see him.
Yes, good idea, but it's not that easy.
Let me guess.
Crest's origin point has been erased too.
Yep.
That's not a problem. We have the Carpenterian, right? Let's just revive Crest's origin point as well.
Yes, exactly. Crest's origin point is the holy ground of Balance Valley. In the future, a great temple will be built there. That's where all the sages will gather.
So that's where Crest will be. Let's get going.
Well, now we know what our next mission is. So before we move on to the next, oh, here we go.
Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Holly. I'm sorry to have left you so suddenly, but I have reasons that prevent me from staying with all of you. You might already have an idea of what those reasons are, but for me, the time we spent together was truly wonderful.
Holly!
Farewell, everyone. Stay happy and healthy. You will always be my one and only family.
Damn.
Holly, how could you? How foolish of you. Human or butterfly, it doesn't matter. Holly's just Holly to us.
You knew?
Of course I knew. I could tell she wasn't human just by her scent. But if Holly chose to approach us as a human, that was perfectly fine too. We don't care so much for outer appearances anyway.
Obviously.
By the way, Monica,
What?
we want to go with you two on your journey. What do you think?
Really? You want to? Of course! With your help, we'll be able to put the world back to normal in no time.
And so, our adventures in the forest came to an end. Holly, the mysterious woman who got lost in the forest, wasn't you, Mother. but for some reason, I wasn't surprised. I always felt you'd be at the end of this journey. Just about then, Borneo and the others finished clearing the rock from the tracks so the train could move on again. We set our sights on Balance Valley.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up for now, and next time we'll begin Chapter 3, Balance Valley and Starlight Temple, and I just have to say that the Rainbow Butterfly boss fight is one of my favorite things about this game. It's one of my absolute favorite parts of this game. And I hope now you can see why. And we've got a lot more game to go, several more dioramas, several more dungeons, more mini games, and a lot of surprises. So tune in next time. Until then, this is Mr. Moth signing out. I'll see you next adventure, and